We made it to Friday. We made it to Friday. We made it to... God, it took a long time though, didn't it? Holy moly.
Hi, welcome to Friday.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Did you miss me?
I did, actually. I really did. I have to say, though,
what?
I opened the show by saying, finally, it took me a year, but I got rid of Tim.
I know, I saw.
Oh, did you? Oops. He did a good job, though.
Unlike you, I watch our show.
Yeah, I don't watch our show.
No, I only watched the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, thanks. Alex did a great job.
Did he?
Yeah, and I said to him,
You can't have my job, Alex Parr. Back off.
What? Little, like another year or so of experience.
Really, eh?
And I'm telling you, he's going to move right in there.
I didn't even see the boo-boo on his head. Did somebody make him up?
No, he did.
Alex had a boo-boo.
Yeah.
He had a fall, and he had some scabbage on his head.
He went to Shoppers.
He went to Shoppers?
And he said that the girl was really nice. Well, he's adorable. Of course she was nice.
Match my tone, I heard him saying. I'm going to go ask her to match my tone.
So she got some concealer for him and a sponge. And I said to him, you need to dampen the sponge because then when you dab it, it'll like set it better. He goes, oh, really? He says, you know so much. And I said, Mama needs
okay, that creaking door just really scared me.
That really, we have a door right over there, and we just watched the trailer for It, the second movie.
It Chapter 2.
My word. You know how I like ghost shows?
You talked about I love the reality ghost shows.
Yeah, because, you know, they're
not that scary.
Nothing ever happens.
No,
but I think it's intriguing, and I believe in spirits and that sort of thing. But that scares the bazazaza.
Like scary movies and clowns.
Clowns. That clown.
Pennywise.
So is that the name?
That's the clown's name.
And you watched the first one.
I did watch the first one, and I really enjoyed it. And now the second one, it's not opening until September the 6th.
And they just launched the trailer.
That's a long time to have a trailer up. But anyway, we just watched it, and then all of a sudden we hear the door creak and nobody came in. So that was kind of spooked me out. Remember we talked about the green screen, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, what's going on?
Yes.
And it said 10.
Yeah.
I think it was 10 days to the launch.
Yes.
Is what it turns out that it was. So it's launched.
It's launched.
It's called I Don't Care, and it's a song that combines the talents of Justin Bieber and Ed Sheeran. The photo is so cute. They've taken their green screen pictures and pushed them together, so it looks like they're back to back and holding, like they're like spooning.
Oh, cute.
Ed Sheeran is Justin is spooning with Ed, holding hands.
Have you heard the song?
I heard the song, and it's kind of weird because look at how cute they look. Look at how cute they look.
Oh, that's adorable.
Except
it looks like Justin's grabbing Ed's bum.
No, he's not.
But it looks like that.
He's holding his hand. Ed's holding Justin's hand in his.
Hard to say where the tattoos start and the shirts start.
That's very true too, Lou. True too, Lou. So anyway, the song is about not feeling like you fit in at a party, and about
that's such a
and about how important it is to have somebody who just makes you feel comfortable, like they accept you for who you are, and you don't have to go out of your way to fit in. Just being who you are should be good enough.
Awesome.
And it's catchy, but you can't tell who's singing.
Oh.
When I first started, I was like, oh, there's Bieber. Oh, Bieber's hitting some high notes. That sounds good. I think it was Ed Sheeran. And then you hear Bieber's like, oh, all those licks and runs. Maybe that's
because generally they don't sound alike.
I couldn't tell them apart. I didn't hear the whole song because time is of the essence when you're doing television. And I had other things to look for. Yeah. But I enjoyed it. It's catchy and it's fun.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. What's it called again?
They swear in it a little bit. I think there's an F-bomb in the first 2 seconds of it.
I'm so listening then.
I Don't Care, it's called.
I Don't Care.
Yes.
At least they didn't say I don't F-bomb care.
No.
I could have, you know.
It's child care. Now, Mother's Day's coming up on Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. And happy Grandmother's Day now for the first time. But I didn't know this. The Friday before Mother's Day is traditionally known as Child Care Provider Day, where we say thank you to people like our daycare workers.
Isn't that lovely?
Who fill in for all the parents.
They deserve some kudos.
So there you go.
Especially after they got my kids. No, I'm kidding.
If you see this show or you happen to want to do this, maybe stop and buy, a flower or a card or just something to say thank you to your card. Before you go and pick up your child from daycare today, if you do that, maybe buy them a little something.
What a lovely idea.
Or even just say thank you and on Happy Child Care Provider Day.
And you know what? I know for sure that not everyone can do that job well. Because you have to have it in you to have around you all day.
If I were a child care provider, most of the children would spend their days in the trunk of my car.
Throw in a bologna sandwich once in a while.
That's like if I'm at a restaurant and the kids start screaming, it's like, open the trunk, open the trunk! I'm just kidding. I would never hurt a child. Don't be ridiculous. And by the way, when you get your child home from daycare today,
yes,
it's also clean up your room day.
Oh, hand in hand,
So
right?
there you go. Thank you, child care provider. Oh, come on, honey, let's go home. Clean up your room.
You know what? I was very stringent about rooms and stuff, but then when the kids got to a certain age, you kind of have to, or get tired of nagging all the time. Make your bed, pick up your clothes, blah, blah. I used to just close the door.
Well, that's what I used to... Oh, look at that. Clean up your room day. That's what my room, I've had such a busy week, you know, with funeral stuff and also Sue Sing stuff and all kinds of things going on.
Yes.
And I did that filming for my roommate and escort last Sunday.
On Sunday.
So if you walk in my bedroom right now, there's drag, there's high heels, there's wigs, there's boy clothes, there's like dog food and dishes, and it's a disaster. So
really?
I know what I'm doing on my Friday night. I'm cleaning up my room.
So I'm going to check your armpits on Monday for bugs.
Oh, Luann! I used to spend time at my parents' apartment in Sudbury when I would work at the Sudbury Theatre Centre. I lived in Toronto when I would go and do contracts, and you're up there for 2.5 months sometimes.
Oh!
As an adult, staying in your parents' home.
That's tough.
I had my own room, but my father was the one who was so strict.
So how old are you about at this
At the time, I was in my late 20s.
Really?
And he would say, you know, why is your mother folding your laundry and putting it outside your door? Do your own laundry. I said, I don't get a chance. She doesn't.
My dad was like that.
He would go in my room when the door was closed. He would go in. Like when I wasn't home, he would go in and see what kind of state the room was in. And then I'd come home and say, that room, da da da. And I'd say, what are you doing? He said, I shouldn't have to have a closed door in my home because you are ashamed of the way you keep your room. Clean it up.
I love him.
Put stuff away.
That's kind of the person that I am.
I'm like that too now because now
I know, right?
I'm like that with Keith now. It's like, don't just close the door.
Oh my gosh. It's funny because Jim has been trained over 17 years to because he's a stuff guy. He always has stuff and he's always looking for his stuff. So I believe there's a home for everything.
Yep.
And when you put your keys down, you put them down in the same place every single flipping day. Because guess what? They're going to be there when you need them.
And Keith is such a handy man. He doesn't put tools away. Every time I turn around, there's a hammer, there's a screwdriver, there's wire cutters, there's something, there's
Jim's awesome
duct tape.
at that.
No, he doesn't put it away.
No.
And then I put it away and he gets angry because he's like, I can't find anything.
Yes.
Well, if you put it away, you'd know where it was.
Exactly.
Listen to me complaining about him and he's not even home.
You're by yourself and look at you.
Yeah.
Now you feel bad.
I can't blame anybody for the mess but me.
Yeah. Dog food and real food and
Luann.
dirty clothes, no doubt. Stinky underwear.
No, that's not true. On this date, in 2016, an Indian fertility clinic announced that a 70-year-old woman had successfully birthed a baby boy.
70?
70.
Yeah, that's what I want to be doing when I'm 70.
And apparently when he came out, he was 34 years old. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? You think you're done. But it was a fertility clinic, so she must have been looking to have something. I mean,
was she carrying it for herself?
I don't know. This was just a little headline on on this date.
That's you know what? That's goofy.
70.
How's she even going to breastfeed? Like she's going to have to put him down here by her knees. You know, like how do you hold the baby like that, trying to breastfeed the baby?
Would your milk duct still be
if you can have a baby,
then I guess they would
must,
be.
right?
My
because it's
goodness.
all about hormones and.
Gracious.
Imagine a 70-year-old woman with her knees all wet because she's lactating. Right? Man, they got to make some pads like that just
God.
suction on.
70 years old.
I would not in a million.
You know what? I'll bet she just doesn't even. I'll bet now when she has to pee, it just comes out. It's just like she just constantly just drips. She's got no bladder.
She diapers the baby. She diapers herself.
Good heavens, bless you, woman.
Yeah. God, really? Why?
And here's a remarkable truth. 1994, Nelson Mandela was sworn in as South Africa's first black president.
Yes.
All those years, it was all white.
Yes.
I'm glad they changed.
You didn't know that?
Well, I mean, I knew that it was like apartheid and stuff, but I just never. They had no power. None.
No, he was in jail for 27 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, he passed away, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
No, thank you, Nelson Mandela, for all you did.
What's coming up on the show today?
Crime Stoppers.
Yay!
That's the first one. I'll have to research the second one. And then it's the Humane Society.
Yay.
You don't have to deal with them today.
Thank goodness.
All right, we got lots coming up. And Luann has the news too, all that on this kind of rainy Friday morning. But it's Friday, so who cares?
Whatever.
We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. I'm joined by Juliana and Tom from Crime Stoppers. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tom Burmaster is the board chair for Crime Stoppers. And Juliana, you're in charge of your office administration and also fundraising.
Fundraising, yep.
So what's coming up there's a big event coming up for Crime Stoppers very shortly. What's it going to be?
We have our Peace Officer Awards.
Okay. Describe, Tom, tell us what the Peace Officer Awards are.
Okay. Crime Stoppers took it over 4 years ago at the request of the Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, the Chamber of Commerce used to run the awards?
And at that time, there were 4 police agencies that were recognized.
Who were they?
Sault Ste. Marie, Police Service, OPP, RCMP, and Anishinaabe.
Okay, so they paid tribute to those 4 agencies by recognizing one officer from each?
One officer from each agency.
Okay.
Selected by their superior.
So superior officers would choose the officers who would receive the award that year. And the awards were sponsored by local businesses, is that right?
Local businesses.
So you had 4 local businesses who sponsored those awards?
At that point.
Okay.
And it was a luncheon.
A little lunch? Okay.
So it was a case of people attending, had to be there in the lunch hour, but had to be back to work.
Sure.
When we sat down with the sponsors of the day, and
after you took over,
asked for input, it was their recommendation that we expand. And in doing so, we included the Ministry of Natural Resources, the Algoma Treatment and Remand Center, and the Canada Border.
Oh, Canada Border Patrol. Oh.
So all of a sudden now we became 7.
Okay.
But at the same time, we said had people in waiting that wanted to sponsor these organizations.
Right.
So now we went from 4 to 7.
Did you play a part in that, Juliana, going out and trying to find other people to sponsor awards?
I wasn't here for the first year of recruiting, but since then we've had a couple that have dropped off and new ones come on.
Okay.
Yeah. And
do you want to mention some of the sponsors then who are supporting the awards?
Sure. So for this year, for the Algoma Treatment and Remand Center, we have Practical Shooters of Algoma. For the Anishinaabe Police, we have Norpro, we've had them for quite a few years. Canada Border Services is Feifel Broadbent and Glassie.
Okay, the law firm, right?
Yep, so Ministry of Natural Resources, this one has a new sponsor. It is the Trading Post.
Hey, thanks to the Trading Post for joining in.
Yeah,
the Koprash family.
Yes. OPP is sponsored by Women in Crisis.
Come off it, really?
Yeah.
That is so cool that Women in Crisis sponsors that.
Yeah, they love it every year for sure. So the RCMP is sponsored by Northwood Funeral Home.
Beautiful. I just spent a fair amount of time up there. My mother passed and it was Northwood. They're amazing up there. So that's nice that they're involved in the community like that.
Great. And then the Sault Ste. Marie Police is sponsored by Station Mall.
Fantastic. Okay, so what happens at the awards? How?
Well,
at the dinner. It's a dinner this year now.
What's nice now is that it's an evening event.
Evening event.
So now we get to have a social hour at the start where it's a meet and greet.
Meet and greet. Yeah, networking.
And we sit down and we have the dinner.
Beautiful meal provided by Grand Gardens North.
Grand Gardens North.
Ken and
Big
Lee.
antipasto bar and then
antipasto bar?
a 5-course meal.
5-course meal?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
And then we start with the award presentation. We're welcoming back Monique Baker. She's going to be our MC.
Sergeant Baker?
Yeah, she's going to be our MC again this year.
Terrific.
Does a great job.
Yes.
And what's nice about it is the time frame now allows the sponsor, if they want to come up and say a few words, they can.
Oh, the sponsor of the award gets to go up and talk about.
And if they want to do the presentation, they're more than welcome to make the presentation themselves.
And what about the person who nominated or recommended the recipient of the award? Do they get to speak, the manager or the supervisor?
If they wish.
If they wish, they can too.
But that's the nice thing about the banquet. Now it's not a rush deal. It's and afterwards, what's kind of nice is they mingle.
Oh,
And they talk with each other.
you don't have to rush back to work.
No, and they get to go up and greet the recipients if they wish, or they get to talk with the local businesses that have been there.
Hey, how many years have you been doing the dinner now?
The dinner has been 4 years.
4 years, and you've been around for about
Three.
three years for the dinner, and you've been around for 2 of them.
Yes.
Have you had the chance to attend?
Yes.
Okay, can I ask you, when they're speaking, do you actually get to hear like particular stories about things these people have done to help stop crime and stuff, or solve crimes?
Yeah, so we get to actually hear their whole bio, so why their supervisor is actually nominating them this year. So we get to hear all the good work they've done that year,
Right.
lots of good stories. Super exciting.
Let's talk a little bit about Crime Stoppers itself as an organization. Tom, I'm not even really sure how many years it's been around. And Sault Ste. Marie, do you know that?
We will be celebrating our 35th next year.
See, I had no idea it's been around that long.
So, and when you stop and think of how the whole program started,
Tell me.
it was a murder in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It went nowhere for about a month. A gentleman by the name of Craig McAleese came up with the idea that if we got in touch with the media and we did a reenactment of what had happened, if we went to the public and we said, if you have information that you can provide us, we will keep your name anonymous and there will be a cash reward. Within 72 hours, they had phone calls, they had tips, and they had the crime solved.
Imagine that.
That was his vision for what Crime Stoppers was. And then from that point on, it's gone to the point of, well, there's probably 1,100 programs worldwide.
Worldwide.
And when you stop and you look at our local program, we're into our 35th.
Yes.
We, in fact, when I reached out to the MNR this year, we went back to when they first became involved, and
Yes.
that's when...
It's funny because you don't necessarily think of the MNR as being involved in crime, in solving crimes.
1990, that's when we had the NDP government.
Right?
Bud Wildman, who
Yeah. Oh, yes.
was the
Excellent.
Minister of Natural Resources.
He was the minister and he was our MPP.
He and Len Bailey sat down and they came up with Report Approacher program, which the MNR now is using as we speak.
Poacher.
Yeah, and that became part of the program.
Wait, so that was Bud Wildman was partially responsible for Reporter Poacher?
Well, he and Len Bailey, when they discussed it, he presented it to his powers that be, and then the MNR became part of Crime Stoppers.
And of course, Border Patrol, we understand how that can happen.
Yeah.
What about media? Do you recognize media at all in the role they play?
Well, let's put it this way. If it wasn't for you, then we wouldn't get the information out that we do.
Right.
So we look at the public to provide us with the information. We look at the media to present that information to the public and to entice people to, if you've got something to report, please do.
Well, and it makes total sense, right? I mean, because people know what's going on. Somebody spills the beans, or somebody knows something, or heard something through the grapevine. Even those are the way that's how you figure it out, right?
And basically, the concept is at least one other person knows.
Exactly right. Hey, can I ask you about the funding for the awards? How does Crime Stoppers maintain a pool of money that they can use to encourage people to report?
So we are a nonprofit organization, so we do a lot of fundraising campaigns throughout the year. Basically, we need the community's help, and the community,
so it's by donation fundraising.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good to know. So now, if will ticket sales for this actually help that as well? I mean, did you make any money off of this?
Yes, actually, it's one of our bigger.
Well, this is how we can support Crime Stoppers. Go and enjoy a 5-course meal and mingle. How do we get tickets?
You can go onto our website at SaultCrimeStoppers.com.
And that's SAULT Crime Stoppers.
Yes.
SaultCrimeStoppers.com.
And all the information is right on our webpage underneath our events. You
Easy peasy.
can order your tickets online with Visa, MasterCard.
Or they can call. If they don't have a credit card, they can call you.
Yeah, you can call us.
The phone number's there on the website.
Phone number's on our website, yeah. You can email us.
Fantastic. Hey, have a great time at the party. Congratulations. Thank you for all that you do as a volunteer board. We appreciate all your work. We appreciate all you do in the community as well. So check it out. It sounds like a great evening and a great way to help out Crime Stoppers, because they certainly help us out. And we'll be back with Luann right after this. I love our springy backdrop behind us.
Isn't it
It's
pretty?
so pretty.
Yeah.
By the way, that's the old stone house. For those of you who don't know, that's where Luann grew up. And
That was my room up there on the left there. Yeah. And sometimes you'll still see my face in there.
the window. I want to say thank you to Quarter to Five. This is the last day of us thanking them. For the entire month, they have been a sponsor for the morning show, and we so appreciate
Our very
that, you guys.
first ones. So thank you
We
guys.
will never forget you.
No.
And you shouldn't either, because you can go across to Ashman Street in downtown Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and you'll find Quarter to Five, where everything starts at $5 and ends up at a quarter. My question, though, is Michael's in your ear, and he goes there all the time,
Yes.
so he can tell you, when does everything arrive at $5, and when does it end up at a quarter?
I think Saturday it's a quarter. $5
So
on
everything
Saturday.
arrives on Saturday, and it's $5. But you're not talking junk.
And this is good stuff.
We're not talking junk. We're
No,
talking
no,
this is like overstock.
overstock.
And maybe some factory defects, but doesn't mean that it doesn't work or something. It might just
Yeah,
be like
it's
a belt loop
awesome.
a belt hold is missing or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like really little things.
Yeah.
Sometimes more minor things, but if it's a computer and it's only $5, Michael's bringing stuff in. What are you bringing me? This is stuff you brought for $5.
Oh, Michael's bringing stuff in. Look at
This
that.
is a 4K Ultra HD, a high definition TV.
I'm taking it
box.
out.
You got
It's
for
like
$5?
opening a present. What'd you
What'd
get?
you get?
What did you get?
I got a high definition TV box. You got this for
$5. Like seriously.
What'd you get, Lou?
It's orange. My favorite color.
Multi-function wire tracker. I don't know what that does, but if you
Me
need a wire
neither.
track, you can
Is it
get
like a GPS, Michael?
I think it's
It's for networking.
Networking.
for networking.
I
Oh.
knew that.
Well, so you can take this to.
They're expensive. $5,
$5,
but like
$5.
seriously, nice little case.
And if somebody like Michael doesn't snatch it up for $5,
Right.
the price goes
And you know
down
what,
every day.
You have to be there at like early in the morning because there are lineups. But you could also have this lovely prize for $5.
Or less. If
Or
you
less.
show up on a Friday, it's
Right.
a quarter.
Yeah.
That means today, everything is a lot of the stuff is a
Very
quarter.
good. He's so smart.
I actually have to go across today to go to Wheels to
Check
pick
it out.
something up.
Buy me something nice.
I'm gonna go to Quarter to Five today. I'm so excited.
Awesome,
It's a great
awesome.
weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right on. Thank you, Quarter to Five. We really appreciate it. Shawn Mendes,
I know him.
cute
Armpit
as
hair.
a button.
Armpit hair.
Pardon?
Shawn Mendes has this thing where in his videos he's like this, and there's this armpit hair, and then he wears a lot of tank tops and he poses arm. There's a whole thing
But
about.
you don't want him to shave his armpit.
This is the whole thing. Is people are talking about Shawn Mendes has made armpit hair sexy, and other people are saying.
I don't think it's sexy.
Armpit hair is not sexy. It got white clumps in it and it smells.
Yeah.
Oh my sweet Lord! Look at there he is.
He broke the internet.
He broke it. How did he break it? By
He-
standing there wearing that jacket.
Well, you know what? He's wearing that jacket and he's wearing Calvin Klein underwear. And the first pictures came out and the internet broke. People were just like click, 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 click. Yeah.
Did you click?
No, I haven't seen them yet. He's a little young for me. I'm just saying. Nice average.
Listen to me.
Yes.
He's not too young for you. Just think Cher.
Oh gosh.
Cher always liked younger men. Remember she
Did you,
dated the
Cher?
pizza boy? She dated the pizza boy? Oh, I'm doing my fair share. It's only fair. Cher likes them young. She cruises Toys R Us. Cher got her last boyfriend at Camp Snoopy. I'm telling you, she likes them young.
Where is Camp Snoopy? I might just stop in on my way home.
I don't know, but I think Shawn Mendes graduated from there just last year. Anyway, we're doing during the news broadcast.
Yeah,
We're gonna check
gonna
out
Google
Shawn
Shawn.
Mendes.
Shawn, baby. Yeah.
But you shouldn't do that. You should stay tuned and watch
Yes.
Luann, because you have
Local news and lots of really interesting things on the provincial level too coming up in our newscast. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned to Lulu on Mornings with Nunu, Luann and Tim.
Tim, it could happen any moment.
What could?
Kim and Kanye West's
They're having a fourth?
surrogate is in labor.
It's a surrogate? So that means that another lady is
Is
having the
carrying
baby.
their
And it was his sperm
and her egg.
and her egg.
Yes.
In another person. That's
Yes.
a surrogate.
Yes.
Okay.
And so she's in labor now.
Why can't Kim?
And it's a boy.
Wow, we know lots.
Yes, we do.
It's like right now labor.
Yeah, right now labor.
Okay, so this is the West family who's called their kids Northeast and Northwest and South. What
Saint
What
and
Saint?
No, Saint was
What'd they call
Michael
their-
Jackson.
I wonder what they're
Chicago was one.
They didn't call their kid. Kanye called his kid Chicago West.
Chicago West.
And there's a Northwest. Is
but they
that right?
call her Chai.
Chai.
Chai, that's her nickname. Chai.
And so what are they going to call this one? Do they have a name picked out for this little boy?
Haas and Pfeffer.
Haas and Pfeffer West.
Right? That goes with all the others.
East West.
East-West, yeah. I
That'd
don't know.
be a good one.
Yeah,
That's just
for sure.
silliness. Just
And you'll be
silliness.
so glad that I'm here to tell you this
Look at
morning,
which of the-
just before the weekend, so you can have a good weekend. You can rest easy. There is no feud between Will and Kate and Harry and Meghan, the royals.
You've been
There
saying
is
that
no
now for
feud.
2 weeks. How much more do you have to? How many more times do you have to say it?
Because I'm trying to do a little intro to their next project together. It's called Shout, and it's
Well, you
actually
don't gotta.
they're launching a new text messaging helpline that's going to support people in crisis. Tim.
I like this royal family. No, that's good work.
It is, yeah. They're very, very heavy into mental health wellness.
It still is. This is the end of Mental Health Week and the end of Children's Mental
Yes.
Health Week and everything. So I wasn't wearing my green ribbon. I forgot it at home. But anyway, hey, that's good that they're doing. No, anything that promotes and raises awareness for and supports, I think is a fabulous thing.
Yes, absolutely, especially kids.
Yes.
Kids need support.
And Kids Helpline, 1-800-866-6868. 1-800-866-6868. That's Kids Helpline. The 24/7. Any kid can call
Awesome.
and get help, and they'll tell you where to go, or they'll just talk to you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's what kid needs, right?
Kid needs.
George Clooney, a little ticked off. He turned 58 on Monday.
Yeah.
And he's mad at the Royals because, speaking of Royals,
Because the
kid took his thunder.
They
he
stole
said.
his thunder.
Stole my thunder. So then
He's 58.
58.
George Clooney is a little older than I am.
He's so handsome.
He looks so
Man.
good.
Absolutely. So apparently, Entertainment Tonight was interviewing him, and that's what he said. He said, "The kid took my thunder. I'm not happy with that kid." And Nancy O'Dell asked him, "What if they ask you to be the godfather?" He goes, "Oh, no. He said, "I have 2-year-old twins. I can't even handle them. I'm not anybody's godfather."
So they do Godfathers in the Protestant church as well, because they're Church of England, aren't they?
Is godparenting a church thing?
Yeah, when you're the godparent, like my godparents, my Aunt Monty, I just saw her, I love her. And who was my godfather? Oh, Michael Roy. Okay, so anyway, they are responsible for
Yes.
my like if my parents were to die when I was a
Yes.
kid, the godparents are responsible for the religious education of the
I
child.
thought it was just you're responsible to feed and house the kid.
Well, I think that I don't know what the legal responsibility is there for a godparent, but I know
I don't
that
think
it
there is
is.
any.
It's the soul. It's you're
Ah.
basically responsible for the raising your child in the
Your
faith.
poor godparents. Oh my word! What a handful! Imagine.
They did all right. I turned out great. If I do
ask
say
me.
so myself.
Just ask me.
So listen, I gotta tell you what's going on with this next interview. Christina Coutu, we love Christina. She's co-hosted the show while you were away. The Center for Social Justice and Good Works. That's the old convent on Herrick Street,
Yes.
right? They've taken over that building, and they are opening up this new thing called Sweet Change, the chocolate making
Yes, I'm
company
so
here in
excited.
Sault Ste. Marie. They're going to be located at the corner of Gore and Queen in that building that used to be the
Beautiful
It's got
building.
the peak building, the little cone on top. It was a drugstore at one time, way back in the day. Anyway, it's not a retail outlet. What it is a business model for making chocolates and selling them wholesale. And it's going to help people who have barriers to employment or education or whatever. Something may have happened in your life that made you not be able to reach your full potential. They're going to help people get on their
Awesome.
feet, provide them with education and employment.
And they're making chocolate.
And she was going to be here today for a live interview, but I don't see her yet. I have a feeling she might might have had to go to Montreal.
She did have to go to Montreal, I heard a couple of days ago. So maybe
Training
she's
and
not
equipment
back
and
yet.
stuff. She may have just completely slipped her mind
Right.
because there's a lot on their plate when you're opening a new company. So we're going to run an interview that we did with Christina back in February to teach you a little, tell you a little bit more about what the center is doing and about Sweet Change. Coming right up after this. Better and better. It's Bon Sue, it's Special Olympics, and this is my friend Christina Coutu. Christina is the executive director of the Center for Social Justice and Good Works,
Yes.
located in the beautiful building, the old convent.
Yes, the magical convent.
Between Sacred Heart and Precious
Yep,
Blood Cathedral.
yep.
The diocese gave you the building, I guess, or-
Well, the Precious Blood
Precious Blood
owns
did.
the building, and
Okay.
we lease the building from Precious Blood.
You
yeah.
leased the building
Yeah.
from the... okay, so... First of all, before we get into the chocolates, just explain a little bit about the Center for Social
Sure.
Works and Justice.
The Center for Social Justice and Good Works is a training institution that helps those who are a little bit down on their luck or looking for some skills training. We originally focused on entrepreneurship and leadership training, and we've opened ourselves up to a new program called Project Entrepreneurship, where we train people in retail, wholesale, and manufacturing, and we're starting a chocolate business to teach this.
We're getting a chocolate business.
We are, yes, the chocolate manufacturing company. It's going to be on the corner of Queen and Gore.
Okay, so Queen and Gore, if you can picture it, it's that beautiful century-old building
Yes.
with the turret at the top. I believe it was a drugstore at one
Once
time.
upon a time, yes,
Am I right
yes,
about
and an
that?
insurance place after that. Yep.
That's a beautiful building.
It
A
is.
great location.
Oh yes, it's just stunning in there. We're very, very lucky. Yeah.
So where are we in the process of?
So things have come along really well. We are currently on Monday, actually on February 4th, we start our first intake of trainees. So we have 10 people that are coming for a year-long training program, and we're going to train them in retail, wholesale, and manufacturing. And we're going to use the Social Enterprise Chocolate Manufacturing Company to train them in business skills so that they become better employees, go back to school, or start their own business.
How did you find these people? Did they come to you?
Well,
the 10 that you're working with right now are obviously from a pool of other people that you
Right.
that are your clients or the people that you work with.
Yeah, so we got some referrals from some of our local partners and agencies.
Can you name some of the partners?
Yeah,
that are involved?
sure. We're working with Social Services, ODSP, the Career Center, Employment Solutions, and a few other places around town. Yes, You Can Employment, they've been fabulous as well. So, but also we sent out a press release last week just indicating what we were doing and looking for individuals that were interested. The training program itself is free, but it is a commitment of a year-long program. The first 8 months are a combination of hands-on training using the chocolate manufacturing and wholesale company, as well as an in-class curriculum-based delivery program with some guest speakers. So they're going to get an opportunity to do some projects for community mobilization around our community. After the 8 months of the in-class training and the hands-on training, they'll be placed in 4-month paid employment placements around our community, with the goal of in 1 year that they either go to permanent employment, education, or entrepreneurship.
So when you this is a hub, right? Is there a phrase for this or a term for what you're doing here?
We're creating positive change in our community, and so we call it Change Through Chocolate.
Change Through Chocolate.
Yeah, and the center's been around for about 3.5 years now, and we've been doing various training programs, and we've had some success. And the reason we've had our success, and what we believe actually, is that it's because we've done hands-on, one-on-one training with our trainees.
So now you have obviously some equipment arriving.
We do, yes. It takes quite a while for it to come in, so we're expecting it within the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, and then the installation will take a while as well.
Well, the installation we've been working on because it's a lot of electrical needs, and then just the setup of the space, that kind of thing. So we finished our layout. We're working with some local partners to get our tables, things like that. The equipment itself will be coming in, like I said, in about 6 weeks, and then we're hoping to start manufacturing right away.
Will people be able to come in? Will there be a storefront with this manufacturing company?
Well, we're not going to do the retail side ourselves, but we have about 8 local partners that will be selling our chocolate for us. And then we're also going to do bulk sales for corporations and things like this, corporate gifting, if anyone's looking.
So could that be for fundraising as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have various products. It's amazing what we can make and what we've learned.
But now, you were learning here.
Yeah,
This is a picture of you at the Académie du Chocolat.
Yeah, the Calabo Academy in Montreal. We have a partnership with Barry Calabo. They're fabulous people. They have 23 training institutions around the world, and they invited us to Montreal along with our volunteers. So that's who we have here in our photo.
There you are.
Yeah, and they taught us everything from making the crystallization process by hand. So that's what I'm doing here in this photo, which is a combination of time, movement, and then we also have 2 different machines that are coming in to do the crystallization process, so that we can make some of the bigger bulk orders.
Now, is this another crystallization here?
Yes, that's Heidi
Look at
Ivany.
you. So they have a whole classroom there where they go in and train you guys?
At the Calabo Academy in Montreal, they only do the training for chocolatiers. So they have a large area in there, and we were there. There's Frank Sarlo.
Frank Sarlo? He's on your board, is that right?
He is, yeah. He's our past chair, but he was there. He's going to be one of the ones helping us make the chocolate to start.
There's a guy you want on your team.
Yeah, and Jocelyn McLean, she's also one of our big volunteers. She's been really helpful with us. But so the way that we're running the business to start for the first year is we have about 13 retirees signed up right now to make our chocolate. I believe that retirees are one of our greatest untapped labor markets that we have. Yeah. And so they're going to make our chocolate for the first year on a volunteer basis so that we can get some sales going. And then it's our goal to hire 3 people from our program to manufacture chocolate.
And there you all are celebrating right there. What's you got going on there?
Well, there we're making raspberry caramel.
Oh!
Yeah, so we'll be doing caramels as well as chocolate.
And when people stop by, will the public be able to sort of come by and look in the windows and see you all doing stuff?
Yeah, so we are going to be doing tours because we can't have people just coming in and out all the time as we're producing. Right. But you are going to be able to see it from the windows, and then we will be doing demonstrations and that kind of thing for people that want to see it. We'll do school tours, parties, that kind of thing.
This is absolutely amazing. When if there are people out there who think that they might be interested in joining the program,
sure.
How do they get a hold of you?
They just contact us at the center. Our phone number is 705-450-4483, or they can find us on the web and on Facebook.
On Facebook?
Yep.
And the Facebook page is called?
It's called Center for Social Justice and Good Works. Yeah, pretty easy to find.
It is?
Yeah.
Do you have a drop-in? I mean, could people, if they were downtown, could they stop in to Herrick Street?
Yes.
Number 1 Herrick, what's the address?
1 Herrick Street, yeah, very well.
It's the
1 Herrick Street,
yeah.
And it's the only building on Herrick Street with the big cross on the top. It used to be a convent.
So someone could stop by and get information too?
Absolutely, we encourage them to give us a call, stop by, whatever they need.
And this is all about giving people a leg up, a chance to survive on their own. Yeah. Somebody who has had, as you say, maybe not the easiest life, and there have been barriers to them achieving success, and you guys are there to set them up, to train them, to educate them, to set them up for success instead of hitting walls.
Well, and they have various barriers or various things that have prevented them from moving on. So in some cases, we just have individuals who are a little bit older in life and looking for another career because perhaps their career no longer exists anymore.
Okay.
We have young people who aren't sure what they want to do, and then we have individuals who are working part-time who are saying, I need a new opportunity.
Wow. Okay. Christina, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And I look forward to the shop opening up.
Yeah.
Will you come back again once you're up and running? Oh, please do.
And I'll bring a tray of chocolate. That's why he wants me to come.
You're not kidding. We'll be back right after this message with our thanks to Christina Coutu from the Center for Social Justice and Good Works. And the name of the company is?
Sweet Change.
Making sweet change in the world, Christina.
We're trying,
We'll be right back. Have I got a baby for you to adopt? This is Chi-Chi.
Yes.
Okay. Laura from the Humane Society, welcome.
Good morning.
Always a pleasure to see you on our Friday show. This little dog, he came in full of energy, rolled on the floor, loving on all of us. And how old is he?
He's 11 and a half.
Incredible, Chi-Chi. Yes, you're just so young at heart. You want to come and see me?
He does want to come see you.
Absolutely. So Chi-Chi was surrendered.
Yes.
Oh, look, here he goes. Here he goes. There you go, Chi-Chi. Love it. He was surrendered. The family knew that he was better off with another home, which we love. So nice when families
Absolutely.
recognize that they are unable to give the dog the kind of care they really deserve.
Yep.
Come here, Chi-Chi.
Come on.
So, anyway, look at him jump. 11 and a half.
11 and a half.
I can't do that, and you're 20 years older in dog years than I am. No special conditions, no special needs.
No, he's got absolutely none at this point. He's got beautiful teeth. I mean,
Like really great teeth
Yeah.
for an older dog, eh? Look at your beautiful, look at your
he's possibly had some dental at some point because they are really surprisingly good for his age.
And he's super intelligent,
Yeah, he's
way friendly.
very well behaved in the car.
And here's the other good news. He grew up in a household with other pets.
And he's great, yeah, with cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs.
I walked him past one of our shelter cats this morning on our way out the door and just completely ignored, just walked by, just like whatever.
Yeah, so this is why an 11 and a half year old dog, you could really bring this dog into your home if you have other pets and just give him a great life for, chances are he's probably going to be around for a while.
Yeah, he's got some life left in him, this guy.
Look at him. Luann just walked in the studio and he's staring her down. He's really curious and attentive.
He would fit pretty well in any household, I
Any
think.
household. Good
Maybe
with
not
kids.
with infants, but I mean...
Okay. Lots of energy. So, how do they get a hold of you?
Come
Are you gonna
visit
come
us
on,
or
Lou,
call.
and join us? Huh?
They can come visit or call or view them on our
Look at him
website.
looking at you, honey.
Hi,
He
I know.
wants to come
I
and
was gonna
see
say,
you.
no, just let's stay back.
I have to sit close to Tim because I don't have a microphone on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll share with you. So, the fee for this dog, because he's already neutered,
He would be $80 adoption.
that's it, $80.
And he's so, you know what?
All
You
up-to-date
know how I am
shots?
with dogs.
I
I'm a
believe
scared.
up to date. He would probably need an updated rabies if the
Big
vet
deal.
said it was necessary.
Big deal. A rabies shot is nothing.
No.
Aw.
He's very nice.
Guys,
I even like him.
go and give this dog a beautiful home for the rest of his life because he deserves it. Chi-Chi. And
Chi-Chi.
Okay, so listen, we got to say goodbye now. Have a wonderful weekend. Luann, I'll see you Monday.
Bright and early?
You got it. And Laura from the Humane
he'll be
Society,
early.
get down there and say hi to Chi-Chi and give him a great home. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Bye.